Good afternoon. I am Rakesh Kumar from IIMT Engineering College, Greater Noida, and I am going to deliver a lecture on machine learning. Basically, my topic is unsupervised learning, which comes under the machine learning, and machine learning is, we can say also a subfield of artificial intelligence. So, first of all, what is the agenda of this lecture? So, agenda of this lecture is here we have. There is a agenda of this lecture. Concept of machine learning, types of machine learning, association rule mining, means that what is ARM. So, and some important points related to machine learning. I'm sorry, ARM and a priori algorithm. One of the best examples related to ARM. And rules, how to generate the rules of a priori algorithm. And what are the advantages and disadvantages of this algorithm. So, now, the thing is, what is machine learning? Here, machine learning algorithms learns from the experience. Experience means that what we have know already or what we have learned already. With respect some with respect to some class of task T, what I am doing right now on the basis of past experience, and what performance measure, how much more we obtain because we have already experienced, we have some kind of new task, and with the help and by using the previous experience, or we can say as we have experienced, or we can say machine learning, in the sense of machine learning, we provide the experience means that past data means that knowledge. So by using the some class of task means that any type of task right now, and the performance measure P. So by using the previous task, or we can the previous data, how much experience, how much performance improved. So here we have the input past data. Past data means that experience we have. Here we provide the input as training data. Suppose that, or in machine learning, basically any type of data, we classify that data in two ratios. First is training set, and last one is testing set. So most of time for training set, we provide 70% of training data set, and for rest of the data, means that 30% we provide for testing data. Or it may be 75 or 25 for training and testing respectively. And after giving the training data, we apply some kind of machine learning approach, or we can say algorithm on that particular data. So by applying the algorithm on the data, we build a logical model, or we can say we build a machine learning model. On that model that is trained on that particular data, on training data. After that, we provide some kind of new data, just like the past data. Okay. If we have trained our machine with weather data, so it means that in future we also provide the weather data for test that particular model. And after giving the data, what are the measurements or what are the estimations we achieved on that data. Now, so next thing is types of machine learning. Here are three types of machine learning. Basically, we will discuss, and one more machine learning nowadays coming to the light, that is semi-supervised machine learning. So by default, there are three types of machine learning. First one is supervised, second one is unsupervised, and third one is reinforcement. So what is supervised learning? So the supervised machine learning, or we can supervised learning means that one person is supervise some other person. We can get just like a student-teacher relation. So here teacher supervising to students, that what you do, then what will die, then if you do task A, then what type of observations we will make. So in supervised machine learning, basically The data is already labeled. So what is labeling of the data? Labeling means that the tuples already coupled with some kind of target values. Suppose that if we do some types, means that, for example, we can consider the weather data. So in weather forecasting data, number of attributes over there. On the basis of number of attributes, there is some target value, or we can say some target attribute. So it means that humidity, one major point, temperature, wind speed, the whether is cloudy or not. On the basis of these attributes, we can say that today or by tomorrow it will be rain or not. So this type of data comes under the uh, label data set. And the label data set is used in basically supervised learning, not in unsupervised learning. So further, the supervised learning can be classified into two types of classification and regression. So where we have used classification and regression, the classification is used when we work on categorical type of data. Means that target attribute is in the form of discrete format, like 0 or 1, yes or no, male or female. Okay. Now, what is regression? Regression basically works on continuous target value, like 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and it is best for market, stock market. It is used stock market, or we can say like if employee works in a company, then on the basis of experience, he will get more and more salary. Now, next thing is uh, unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, just a difference between supervised and unsupervised learning. In supervised learning, we provide the labeled data set, while in unsupervised learning, we provide unlabeled data set. Means that there is no target attribute in the data that we are used in unsupervised learning. So, how to get the information in unsupervised learning, or how to plot the result in unsupervised learning? We plot the result with the help of clustering and association. So, what is clustering? How to form a cluster? A cluster can be formed, or we can say a cluster, it can be defined. It is a group of similar kind of data points. Means that the data points have the same type of properties in a cluster, or we can say comes in a cluster. So, for example, in a class, there may be two clusters. First for boys and second for girls. Because girls have the same type of property, that's why all the girls can be categorized or can come in a single cluster. In a while in second cluster, because boys are the same property, because they all are males. That's why they come in a single cluster. Now, what is association? Association means that how the associated point, how the point A is associated to B. And now we will now the third type of learning is reinforcement learning. The reinforcement learning basically is a feedback based learning mechanism. In this, suppose we have an agent, or we can say any type of, just like we can consider a robot, and we plot that robot in an open environment to do some kind of task. If it performs very well, we will give as a reward. Okay. Otherwise, we will punish it. Not punish it by a stick, because in the sense of punish, we will reconstruct it, or we can say we will correct, or we will do some corrections in the robot, or we can say in the agent. And the best example for this is a robot dog, or we can say number of robots are there. And this is an example of reinforcement learning. Now, association rule mining means that it works basically on if-then rule. Suppose an item A is being bought by a customer A, or we can say customer X, then what will be the probability or what are the chances to purchase the item B by the same customer X? So basically, in this, we use the association rule mining most of the time is used in market basket analysis, or we can say MBA analysis. But most of time, we humans known as researchers known as MBA analysis. So what is MBA analysis? Means that market basket analysis. And market basket analysis comes, the market basket analysis is basically a problem and can be solved by the association rule mining. So some important points for this. First of all, the association rule mining can be classified into a priori, eclat, FD code. Okay. And as I have discussed earlier, the association rule mining works on if-then rule. If person A have the ability to purchase an item, if person X have the ability to purchase item A, then what will be the ability to purchase item B? Here, A and B means that age means your age antecedent and B is consequent. Okay. Now, some key points for the related to ARM. Basically, here we discussing about a priori algorithm which comes under the association rule mining. And one of the most widely used example in association rule mining is MBA problem, means that market basket analysis problem. So some major points, or we can say some key points for ARM are support, confidence, and lift. What is support? Means that a customer X, or we can say, a customer A regularly goes on a kirana store or a kirana shop. Okay. So how many times he purchased? And basically that person, basically a number of items over there in a kirana store. But Mr. X, when he came, anytime he goes there, he definitely, most of the time purchase item X. So how many times Mr. Mr. A purchase item X? Upon total number of transactions. Means that total, or suppose that that person goes on that kirana store 5 times. And out of 5 times, then Mr. A purchase item X 3 times. While the total number of transactions are T means that 5. So this is support. Now, confidence. Confidence means that how many times Mr. A purchase item B with item X. Item Y with item X. So means that Mr. A goes to market, or we can say goes to kirana store and purchase milk. So how many times when he buying milk, buy a biscuit, or we can say buy a bread or butter? Okay. So this is the confidence upon frequency of X, means that total number of times of X to purchase milk. Now the lift. Basically, it is the ratio of support X related to buy upon support X or support buy. So there are three probabilities or 3 conditions for lift. First of all, when lift is equal to 1. So lift is equal to 1 means that both are independent things. Means that when any of the person goes to kirana store to purchase at morning, not evening, at morning to purchase milk, then there is no chance to purchase like stationery good, or we can say there is no chance to purchase some other kind of item, because in morning basically we use some kind of breakfast item. Always we purchase some kind of breakfast item whenever we go on kirana store. While the second condition is if lift is greater than 1, means that definitely he will purchase. Means that it determines the degree of which 2 items are dependent on each other. Whenever we goes to market to purchase milk, we definitely purchase some kind of bread, biscuit, definitely. And the third one is lift is less than 1. Tells us that one item is substitute to another item. Means that bread is substitute to biscuit, butter is substitute to ghee, and etc. Now, this is the actual problem of MBA, means that market basket analysis. Okay. It is a bottom up approach, and we will see in our example. Basically, in this, we scan our data repeatedly, one by one, and once again and again and again. And these are the some steps. In step one, scan the total data, or we can say total number of transactions. That how many times means that item A comes in the data set, how many times item B comes in the data set, how many items C, D, and all the items. Now, on the behalf of counting, we drop some items over there. And what are what will be those items? Items those have minimum less number of minimum count. We will so in our example, and first of all, as we have clear or as we have count those items, that means that number of items A appear in the total number of transactions. Okay, means that 4 times or 5 times. So it is a list one. Okay. And after that, after making the list one, or we can say after excluding those elements have the less number of transactions, we will for next column, or we can say for next table, we join every item to each other. And once again, we scan the base database. Base database. So whenever we join these things, means that step number 2, join these things, and suppose that A join B. So we will see in base database, or we can say in primary database, how many times both A and B occurs in the data. This process again and again, and we will use finally, and we will finally find some kind of association rule. We will discuss later. So this is the example, very first example for association rule management. This is the main database. Here, database D. There is a main database. Okay. Here, TID means a transaction ID. 100, 200, 300, 400. In 100, 1, 3, 4 are the number of items. In 200, 2, 3, 4, 5, once again are the number of items. 300, 1, 2, 3, 5 are the number of items. And last one is 400, 2 and 5 are the number of items. Means that in 400, the transaction ID with customer A. Whenever a customer have transaction ID 400, it buy item number 2 and 5. For 300, by 1, 2, 3, 5. For 100, it always by 1, 3, 4. There is no to buy another thing. Now, we scan the base database, or we can say primary database, means that database D, okay, and form a table C1. Now, there is an item set, means that how many times item 1 occur in this? Only 2 times. How many times item 2 occur? Only 3, 1, 2, 3 times. How many times item 3 occurred here? 3 times, 1 again. 4 only for single time. That's why we have mentioned here only 1, and 5 only for 1, 2, and 3, 5 times. Okay, so 3 times. Now, what is minimum support? We will drop all the entries below the minimum support. Here we have the count of minimum support is 50%. So what will be the number, exact number by integer number? 50 upon 100 by the into total number of transactions. There will be a total number of transactions are 4. So 50 upon 100 multiplied by 4. And for this, I think we will find out The total number is, the calculation is 2. So below 2, if any of the item have below 2 count, we will drop it. We will drop it. That's why we have dropped 4 here. And the total and the new list is L1 means that now the number of items are 1, 2, 3, 5 because before we have dropped excluded. And the reason behind this, 4 has less number of minimum support, very less. And the support is 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. Now again, as we have discussed in this, now in step 2, use L of K1 join L of K1 to generate new C1 here for new C. Now 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5. Now 2, 3, 2, 5, 2, 3, 2, 5, and last one is 3, 5. Once again, these are the items, okay, purchased regularly by 2, 2. So so how many? What is the count? How many times these items bought regularly or bought together? Okay. So 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is only one time. We have mentioned here one time. Now 1 and 3. 1, 3, 1, 3 only for 2 times. For 1 and 5, 1 and 5 is only for 1 time. Okay, we have mentioned over here only one. 2, 3, 2, 3 is 1, 2 only for 2 times. 2, 5, this is 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5 only for 3 times. And last one is 3, 5 only for 2 times. So we will drop here 1, 2 and 1, 5 from this table 2. Now, after excluding these two, we have only 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 5 and 3, 5 because they have minimum support because they qualify the value of minimum support, that is 2. Now, how do we form the last item, that is C1, last table, that is C1? How? Suppose this this C3 has number of items, but here we are saying only one item, 2, 3 and 5. Reason behind this because how they coupled or how the triads are made by seeing the common element. Suppose that 1, 3, here we have 1, 3 and 2, 3. So that's here 3 is common, and we will made 1, 2, 3, and then we check in the base database. 1, 2, 3 is only for one time, and we normally drop these items, yeah, because they cannot uh, qualify the minimum support value, that is 2. That's why we have dropped this. Now next one is 1, 3, 5, 1, this one 1, 3 and 3, 3, 3, 5. Here the common element is 3. Now the next transaction should be over here 1, 3, 5. But 1, 3, 5 only for one time. Once again we will drop it. Now next will be 2, 3 and 3, 5. Here there will be a new transaction. So 2, 3, 5. How many times 2, 3, 5 occurs over here? 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 2. Only 2 times. That's why we mentioned here 2, 3 times. 2, 3, 2 times. Because these transactions 2, 3 and 5 qualify the minimum support value, that is 2. Now, how to generate the rules? What is the minimum confidence? We discussed earlier over there. So, suppose that, sorry, this is given. This will be given in your question. That is 70%. Here we have considered 70%. And how to find out the confidence? Confidence means support upon the number of times it occurs. Means that how many times that particular item occurs in that particular table, or we can say in base table. So association rules, how to generate it? Here we have only 3 items, 2, 3, 5. So 2 join 3 indicates 2, 5. Means that when we purchase 2 or 3 items, means that let's suppose item 2 is A and item 3 is B and item 3 is C. So whenever we bought 2 and 3, definitely we will bought 5. And what are the priorities to buy 5? And the same thing is here, same here. Now, support is, the value of support is 2. We have find out already. Now the confidence means that support upon number of times that item occurs. So minimum support is, sorry, 2 is support. So confidence is support upon number of times, number of times that item occurs in the base table. So 2 every time. Now 2 or 2 or 3. So here we have 2 3 only for 2 times. That's why the denominator is 2. Here is 3 2 3 3 3 because 2 join 5. 2 join 5 means that 2 5 2 5 only for 2 times. Sorry. Uh, 2 5 2 5 and once again 2 5. Huh. Here is 3 because 2 5 occurs 3 times in the base database. Now 5 3 just for 2 times. 5 3, this is 5 3 and this is 3 5 also over here. That's why we have mentioned over here 2. Now 2.2 is 1, 2 by 3 is 0.666. We calculate by symbol, and confidence is in confidence in percentage. So just multiply by 100 over here, and we count and we find out 100, 66, 100, 66, 60, and all of it. So now we will drop all the transactions below 70%. We can say the minimum confidence, all the transactions like 2 join 3 times 2 3 means that 66. We will drop it. And we also drop only two transactions. This one and this one. Top one and third one. Okay. So these are the rules. Qualify the minimum confidence value, that is 70%. Finally, the machine saves these rules because whenever a customer whenever a customer buy 2 3 items, what are the chances to purchase item 5? 100%. Definitely he will buy 100%. Item 5. And same again for the second rule, 5 join 3. Yes. For item number 2, definitely he will buy it. So this is the basic concept or fundamental concept behind the ARM, association rule mining. Here we have understand association rule mining with the help of a priori algorithm. Now, what are the advantage and disadvantage? Because these are also key points. Because we can apply the ARM. Why we apply ARM? So, what are the major points behind applying or non? Why do we applying or why don't we applying the association rule mining over the data set? So these are and some key points over there. So advantage means that, what is advantage means that item set property, use large item set property here and easily parallelize. One of the most valuable advantage, easy to implement. Researchers and other persons can easily implement in this algorithm. Okay. Now, what are the disadvantage? Assumes transaction database memory, okay, resident and requires main database scan. Again and again, we scan the same database, means as base database. That's why the main problem is base database. Sorry, scanning problem. We again and again scan the same database. Okay. So these are some advantage and disadvantage over the ARM, association rule mining. Now, good day. Thank you.